President Trump, asking the president how will he pay for what the White House claims will be the biggest tax cut in American history. How the president answers. Also tonight, we now learn the Pentagon is investigating fired National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. They want to know whether he asked permission to accept money from Russia, from foreign governments. The deadly standoff, the gunman accused of killing a state trooper. Today, the images coming in as authorities blew up this home, the shootout that follows. Major news on United tonight after that passenger was dragged off the flight.
Oh my God!
After the CEO told us here that changes were coming, tonight, news of a major settlement and what the airline might now pay you if you get bumped off your flight. And the warning tonight about the superbug here in the U.S. Authorities say it can live for weeks on hospital beds and for months on your skin.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a Thursday night. And we begin with President Trump and his promise of the biggest tax cut in history. Tonight, our reporter getting the chance to ask the president how will he pay for it. It comes 24 hours after that one-pager was revealed, promising tax cuts for the middle class and a major cut for corporations from 35% to 15%. Some on Capitol Hill asking, what about the deficit? ABC senior White House correspondent Cecilia Vega leading us off.
In the Rose Garden today, President Trump making a surprise appearance for Take Your Child to Work Day.
Go ahead, one more quick picture.
And as he signed autographs, ABC News asking the president how he will turn his tax plan into reality. Amid estimates his massive tax cuts could balloon the deficit by trillions of dollars.
Anything about paying for the tax plan? Any more specifics there?
Growth. You see the growth. The growth is going to pay for it.
And how soon is that growth going to happen?
Happen quickly.
The president says he will provide more details on the plan very soon. That single-page, double-spaced outline revealed yesterday, about 200 words long. It is short on specifics. On GMA, the Treasury Secretary pressed repeatedly for answers.
Can you guarantee that no one in the middle class is going to pay more?
That's our objective, absolutely.
Is it a guarantee?
I can't make any guarantees until this thing is done and on the president's desk, but I can tell you that's our number one objective in this.
No firm promise there, so we asked again at the White House.
Why is it that Secretary Mnuchin today could not guarantee that no one in the middle class will pay more under this proposal?
I think everyone in the middle class should know that this president's plan is going to make sure that they have more in their pocket.
So there is a guarantee from the White House. That's the position from the White House right now, that middle class
The position of the White House is that
about.
the goal of this of this president's tax plan is to provide them and lower income people with more money in their pocket and a tax cut, yes.
Press Secretary Sean Spicer conceding there is a long way to go before this blueprint becomes reality.
We've got a lot of work to do with Congress, and I think it's moving in a very positive direction.
The plan would reduce the number of personal income tax brackets from 7 to just 3, slash the corporate tax rate by more than half, and eliminate all deductions except for home mortgage interest and charitable contributions. That means deductions for state and local income taxes will no longer exist, a potential blow to many Americans in high-income, high-tax states, including several East Coast blue states and California. Today, even some Republicans raising concern.
Do you feel like this could hit your district harder?
Oh, sure. I mean, obviously, when you talk about losing a deduction like that, that is something we want to make sure. If there's a better way to achieve this tax policy, I'm open to that. And I think that's the conversation we're going to have.
So let's get to Cecilia Vega live at the White House tonight. And Cecilia, the president telling ABC there he'll reveal more details on this plan very soon. But we also heard there he was very adamant with our reporter. Growth will pay for these major tax cuts and revenue.
Yeah, and still no explanation for exactly how the growth would pay for this, David. But his 100-day mark, as you know, right around the corner on Saturday. The president expected to play this tax plan up big during a rally on Saturday. Right now, this is still very much in that draft form on that single page. And as you heard those members of Congress tell us today, David, they are ready to hear some details.
All right, Cecilia Vega leading us off tonight from the White House. Cecilia, thank you. Next tonight here, pressure mounting on President Trump's fired National Security Advisor, retired General Michael Flynn. Flynn was let go after just 24 days on the job. And tonight we have learned the Pentagon is now investigating whether Flynn failed to seek approval to collect foreign money from entities in Russia and Turkey. ABC's Mary Bruce on Capitol Hill.
Tonight, the investigations are piling up. The Pentagon's top watchdog now examining whether the president's first national security advisor, Michael Flynn, broke the law. At issue,
his ties to Russia and his lack of honesty with the American people.
The Pentagon telling Congress it has initiated an investigation to determine whether Flynn failed to obtain required approval before accepting thousands of dollars in business from a foreign government. Payments including the $45,000 he received to attend this Moscow gala in 2015, even shaking hands with President Putin. Today, Democrats released this letter from the military showing that the year before that Russia trip, Flynn was specifically warned that foreign compensation requires advance approval.
Lock her up. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Lock her up.
During the campaign, Flynn was a steadfast Trump supporter, insisting Hillary Clinton belonged in prison. Now Democrats are accusing the White House of covering up for him, asking why the Trump administration is refusing to turn over documents surrounding his hiring.
It does not make any sense, and it makes the American people think the White House has something to hide. There's obviously a paper trail, ladies and gentlemen. There is a paper trail that the White House does not want our committee to follow.
I was, frankly, taken back by his comments today because they're frankly not true.
Today, White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer seemed to blame the Obama administration, saying they're the ones who ran Flynn's most recent security background check.
Why would you rerun a background check on someone who was the head of the the Defense Intelligence Agency that had and did maintain a high-level security clearance? That's it.
But the Obama administration also pushed Flynn out over concerns about his performance. And tonight, it's unclear whether the Trump team did any additional vetting before appointing Flynn to the powerful post of National Security Advisor. They today were pointing back to the Obama administration, saying that Michael Flynn's last clearance was granted under the Obama administration, seeming to suggest that the vetting didn't fall on them for his clearance.
Of course the vetting fell on them, because here's a man that is going to be privy to the top secrets of our country and advising the president.
Even after he fired Flynn, Trump still defended him.
Michael Flynn, General Flynn, is a wonderful man. I think he's been treated very, very unfairly by the media.
But asked about the general today, the president didn't bite.
Any regrets about Michael Flynn?
Thank you very much.
And Mary Bruce with us live tonight from Capitol Hill. And Mary, we are hearing from General Flynn's lawyer tonight, and he's insisting that Flynn did tell the Pentagon about that appearance in Russia?
David, Flynn's lawyer is still insisting that he did brief the Pentagon before and after that trip to Moscow. But the Pentagon says they've looked through their records and they see no evidence that Flynn asked for approval or disclosed that he received thousands of dollars. David.
All right, Mary Bruce, we know you'll stay on this. Mary, thank you. Next tonight, a major new development involving United Airlines and what the airline might now pay you if you're bumped from your seat and you voluntarily give it up. Just as we learned today of a settlement now with that passenger who was dragged off a plane. Also tonight, we are following another incident on board a different airline when a passenger said he really needed to use the bathroom as the plane continued to sit on the tarmac. Eventually he did, but everyone then had to get off the plane. Here's ABC's chief business correspondent, Rebecca Jarvis.
Tonight, less than 3 weeks after that now infamous United Airlines incident seen around the world, the airline late today agreeing to a settlement, paying the passenger dragged off that flight, Dr. David Dow, an undisclosed sum, calling it an amicable resolution. ABC News was the first to sit down with United's CEO, telling us at the time changes are coming.
This will never happen again on a United Airlines flight. That's my premise and that's my promise.
And tonight, they made good on that promise, introducing 10 new sweeping policies, including never removing a passenger unless there's a safety or security concern, and authorizing employees to offer up to $10,000 to passengers who voluntarily give up seats, and releasing this apology.
We're working harder than ever for the privilege to serve you. I promise that we will learn from our failures.
All of this putting airlines front and center as a new video aboard another airline surfaces.
I haven't done anything. I paid for this ticket and I actually have to get home.
Kima Hamilton was on this Delta flight, delayed 30 minutes on the tarmac. He was asked to deboard after using the lavatory while the plane was stopped during taxiing. Passengers attempting to hold airlines accountable, several filming the altercation on their phones.
We need to speak with you. I don't understand why I have to get off of this plane. What did I had to use the restroom.
The flight ultimately returned to the gate with all passengers aboard, where FBI and TSA agents were waiting. Delta telling ABC News it is imperative that passengers comply with crew instructions during all phases of flights, especially at the critical points of takeoff and landing. As for that kicked-off Delta passenger, he was refunded for half of his ticket and took a different airline home.
All right, Rebecca Jarvis with us on set tonight. And United making good on that promise the CEO told you about 2 weeks ago when you sat down with him. In the meantime, other airlines now following suit tonight.
There are other airlines, Southwest Airlines, for example, which bumped the most passengers from their planes last year, today saying they will not overbook future flights. They cited the United incident as a catalyst for that, and JetBlue reaffirmed they do not and will not overbook their flights, David. But one thing here is clear, passengers with their phones have a lot of power here.
And they're documenting it all. Rebecca, thank you. We do move on tonight into that siege we told you about last night here while we were on the air. A suspect killing a Delaware state trooper, then barricading himself in a home. Today we watched as the authorities blew the home wide open. ABC's Gio Benitez on the scene.
Tonight, this destroyed home, windows blown out, siding torn off, is all that's left after a dramatic day-long standoff in this Delaware neighborhood. Police say 26-year-old Bergen Seeley Jr. shot and killed 32-year-old state trooper Corporal Stephen Ballard before barricading himself in this home for 19 hours. It all started Wednesday just after noon. Corporal Ballard approaching that red Dodge Charger. There's a struggle and Seeley pulls a gun, shooting the trooper multiple times at close range.
Set up a perimeter, please.
Seeley flees to this home, firing shots at the officers outside. By 8:22 p.m., police set off explosives on the front door as they evacuate the neighborhood.
They told you to leave.
Oh, yeah. They said, get in your car and leave now.
At 9:17 a.m., the armed suspect exited the residence and engaged police.
Seeley killed at the scene. Now Ballard's family and officers from all across the state bidding a final farewell.
I stand before you with a heart that aches for Corporal Ballard, his wife, his daughter.
And David, you can see that house behind me. Investigators are still there looking into what led to that initial shooting in the first place. Meanwhile, we've learned a memorial fund has been set up to help Corporal Ballard's family. David.
Gio Benitez tonight. Gio, thanks. Overseas this evening, the battle against ISIS in Afghanistan claiming more American lives. 2 U.S. service members were killed and another injured while accompanying Afghan troops in a ground assault. The skirmish in the same valley where the U.S. dropped that bomb 2 weeks ago now. Also overseas, a frightening scene from London tonight, a new terror scare. Police heading off a suspected attack right near Parliament, and you will see the knives all over the ground. ABC's Lindsay Janis from London.
Armed officers taking down a suspected terrorist in the heart of the British capital, pinning him against a wall just steps from the Houses of Parliament. Moments earlier, wrestling the man to the ground in the middle of a crosswalk, discovering knives in his backpack.
I think it was about 5 knives there, up to 7 maybe.
Authorities calling the arrest part of an ongoing counter-terrorism operation. The suspect, a 27-year-old British citizen, on their radar. This is where police took down the suspect. You can see it's packed with tourists. And just a few hundred yards that way, the Prime Minister's residence. Over there, the Houses of Parliament. Security in the area stepped up last month after Khalid Massoud ran over pedestrians on Westminster Bridge, killing 4 and injuring dozens, then stabbing a police officer to death. Today's scene, a chilling reminder of a new reality. David, police say they are still investigating, but there is no immediate known threat to the public. David?
Lindsay Janis from London. Thanks, Lindsay. There is still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Thursday. The warning about the superbug here in the U.S. Doctors say it can live for weeks on hospital beds and for months on your skin. More in a moment. Also, the helicopter crash spinning out of control, slamming into this home. There is late word about the victims. New developments in the IRS phone scam targeting Americans in every state. The breaking headline on that front. And America Strong tonight, the teacher crisscrossing this country. He needs your help tonight in giving children a voice. We'll be back.
Needles. Essential for him, but maybe not for people with rheumatoid arthritis, because there are options. like an injection. Xeljanz XR, a once-daily pill for adults with moderate to severe RA for whom methotrexate did not work well. Xeljanz XR can reduce pain, swelling, and joint damage, even without methotrexate. Xeljanz XR can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections, lymphoma, and other cancers have happened. Don't start Xeljanz XR if you have an infection. Tears in the stomach or intestines, low blood cell counts, and higher liver tests and cholesterol levels have happened. Your doctor should perform blood tests before you start and while taking Xeljanz XR and monitor certain liver tests. Tell your doctor if you are in a region where fungal infections are common and if you have had TB, hepatitis B or C, or are prone to infections. Needles, fine for some, but for you, 1 pill a day may provide symptom relief. Ask your doctor about Xeljanz XR, an injection.
I'm Brian. I was in the military for 18 years, but I smoked and I got heart disease. My tip is, it's hard to serve your country when you're too weak to put on your uniform.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Hey, need fast heartburn relief? Try Cool Mint Zantac. It releases a cooling sensation.